'Tis the season to be jolly, everybody having fun, etc. Good morning, no, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy festive week, everybody. My name's Over Crypto. I'm here with Maff. Hello, Maff. How you doing?
Hello. Happy festive Monday.
I don't know what you're allowed to say these days. You're allowed to say happy week.
Happy non-denominational. Yeah.
I was watching something last night about the Labour law that's banning certain Christmas songs. And one of them was that "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Is that actually a thing that they're banning that?
Yeah, because it can be offensive to some people if to play in things like places like pubs.
Because it's the Andrew Tate influence on early Christmas songs.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It's nothing new. It's been like that since 1944, you know. And but yeah, they're worried about like staff singing along with Christmas songs, and then that upsets customers.
Promotes misogyny and misogynist behaviour. And
but then I kind of watched the bit from the film. I can't think what it's from now, but I think it is that thing of like. Actually, I won't go into it. I'll probably get cancelled if I do that. But it is the sort of like, ooh, you are naughty, you know, and the idea of like, you know, a man likes a woman and there's a bit of a chase, you know, sort of thing. You know, it's not actually necessarily forceful. It's just a bit of fun. I don't know. But anyway, not this is not the Christmas show.
This went very dark, very quick, right off the bat.
I know. But honestly,
I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it's I don't know. Just also just thinking like, what can I actually say right now? It's
I know. It's like you know, we're live on YouTube, therefore like the entire world is watching.
Well, it's a double whammy because like there's the YouTube thing and there's also living in the UK thing.
Yeah.
So the thought police going to suddenly roll up at the door, you know, bang. Well, they won't even bang bang bang. They'll just hammer the door in, smash the door in, and just, like 10 Keystone cops like charging at the staircase.
Yeah, you mentioned the song "Baby It's Cold Outside" live on telly, and
I think you need to consider how your words may have affected other people.
Yeah,
and it's not illegal. Don't worry, it's not illegal. But you know, we're going to arrest you anyway. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know, everyone's probably driving around drunk. There's people like getting robbed all the time.
Bollards being smashed into and so on. Etc. Anyway,
and I believe now, like shoplifting is decriminalised almost now
for certain people. Yeah,
I've got a friend, right? It's a family. They moved from. They're actually the mum and dad are English, but the kids are American. But they've been living in California for like 20 odd years, and they've come to live here now. And the guy, he's about 30 years old. He's got a job in TK Maxx, you know. And I said to him the other day, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm just hanging about by the fitting rooms. I said, what do you do? He said, well, I just, you know, give people I don't know what they do when you go and try something on, you know. And I said, do you have to sort of, you know, make sure they don't nick all the stuff, you know, like steal it? Or they go in wearing one set of clothes and come out wearing a different one.
Yeah.
And he said, well, in theory, yeah, but it's nothing I'm going to do. So I'm not going to run after them if they steal stuff. You know, they don't pay me enough for that. And I was like,
well, basically, just get into a violent confrontation or whatever.
Yeah, you know, sort of, you know, someone nicks a pair of jeans that cost £100 or something, and then what are they going to do? Pull a knife out on you? You know, that's not worth it for 12 quid.
It's also just obviously trying to physically apprehend someone. Then immediately you're up for assault, that sort of thing. So
yeah, you can't do that, can you?
No.
Do you know that S Williamism YouTube channel?
No.
I'll have to show you that later. He's brilliant. He's a guy who's into like sort of, you know, discovering stuff about Freemasons, Illuminati and all that. He lives in London, so he kind of like, he just goes into places and asks people like awkward questions, But the other day he was doing a thing where he was measuring the girth of Christmas trees that were supposed to be the top 10 Christmas trees in London, and there's one outside the Bank of England where they've got like the heaviest security in the world. I think it's sponsored by Virgin Media or something like that. And like they're like, no, we're going to call the police if you try and measure that tree. And he was like, I'm going to measure your tree. I'm not going to touch it, So he went, no, you can't do that. So and people come out with all absolute crap about it's against GDPR. He said, no, GDPR states, and he actually tells them what it actually means and what he has the rights to do. It's a brilliant channel. I'll dig it out later. But S. Williams ism, I think it's called. It's quite anyway. But anyway, probably better talk a bit about crypto.
Yeah. I think we've also just run through almost the full like bingo sheet of YouTube ban words, haven't we? Illuminati and so we haven't mentioned COVID. Oh, sorry.
Right,
but no, we have. Yeah.
Well. Luckily, we don't really monetize this channel at all. So, not the channel, do the channel, but not the live stream. Yeah. So, although I think apparently YouTube just can decide just to put an ad in the middle of your stream, even if you haven't told them to. So,
okay. Well, that's okay. I guess it's their platform, isn't it?
It's our platform. You have to obey by our rules. Anyway, Kaz is here. That's brilliant. Hello there. Okay. Any corner? Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Get him in. I tried to trade Pippin this morning. That didn't go very well. Nick's here. Okay. Ho ho ho, Scotty. Merry effing Christmas.
Yeah, basically, it's what it boils down to.
I'm offended by their. Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I actually think there ought to be a sort of a movement now of people like me, because I'm offended now by people's attitude to being offended.
Yeah, well, it's the fact that it's backed up by the state, frankly. So like, you said something that somebody found offensive. So, but it's essentially, so in other words, whether you're arrested or not is totally dependent on someone else and just their opinion, their attitude, whether they choose to be offended or not. Everyone's got the right to be offended, sure, but everyone's got the right, or used to have the right, to say something that somebody somewhere will find offensive. And society used to just take care of that, just societal norms and pressure to conform to those societal norms and so on. That when you have a strong society, then you don't need police protection from naughty words. It's the thing.
Yeah. Because I get offended because by me saying I'm offended, that actually makes me feel like people think I'm just an old boomer.
Snowflake.
Because if I start talking like that, people say, "Oh, you're just a boomer" or something, and then I think, "Oh, that's offensive," So I don't know, anyway, but it just goes on and on. Anyway, I don't know. I think we should bring back punk rock and
hanging. No,
that is definitely a bad word to say on YouTube, actually.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I know, because that mate of mine, Mr. Delta, he used to turn up on the Stonksy show and say, "Hi guys, how's it hanging?" And like, and his comment used to get like just deleted straight away, just automatically by YouTube, because they didn't understand the context. Anyway. Peter Kay's here, talking of comedians.
Yeah. Hello.
You're supposed to be here. Yeah. Scotty, 1984. 1984, I actually remember that. There's probably a lot of people who don't, actually. So I got slowly giving away my age, aren't I? CD's here. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. You live in the United States of whatever, don't you? Mrs. Well, yeah, all that carry-on stuff, So, it's like
can't do that now. Can't do that. Yeah.
All right. Hi, or Merry Crimbo. Can't say that.
It's gone.
Government, yeah,
And
yeah.
crikeying to tell it full. Yeah, I'm sure that was a typo. Sure.
Anyway, let's talk a bit of crypto. So
Sure.
as usual on Monday, I normally ramble on about the CME gap, and it's done that weird thing again where what happened. This was Friday, so it closed there at whatever that was, 87, 890 or something. Right. So then it reopened Sunday night, right, leaving this gap here. You can see us, can't you? Hang on, I haven't got my.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Leaving this gap here, and then it started to go up a little bit, and it went up loads more, and it got to about here, but it was about 2 o'clock in the morning this morning. I did actually stay awake because I wanted to see what it did, and it wicked down, right, and I thought, okay, that's going to close the CME gap, so it's all over, nothing to worry about. We can just not ignore that completely during the week. On that, it didn't make it, or did it? Hang on. I suppose if I go to like the 1 second chart, I don't know. I'm not sure how to find that. Anyway, it was bloody close. About $15 again, which is kind of what it did last week, but the other way around. Last week it kind of left a little $15 gap up the top and filled it in later in the week. Anyway, so that's I don't know. That little bit there was sort of worrying me a little bit, but
So what level's that at?
what the little gap?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's let me put the magnet on so I can get it exactly. So it's actually there, which is 87,910.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So, and that one there was at 87,895 was the end of that hourly. The end of the hourly candle on Friday. So, it literally is. It is $15, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
it's
87,895. We'd expect the price to dip down to.
Yeah, that's a possibility, which might be worth remembering for when we do some property in a moment.
Well, there's property, eh? Yeah.
Well, the bit.
I'm offended by your assertion that this is not property, eh?
Well, I mean the bit after the jingle, That's all I mean. Anyway. Sure. So let's just have a look at the this chart here. Now, yesterday I did. Let me just turn off Quadzilla for a minute. So what the hell was I talking about yesterday? I did a video yesterday, and I was looking at all sorts of things. I was mostly looking at these, these parallel channels that are drawn all over the place on Friday, and I was trying to work out if that was valid, and then if so, did it sort of break out and retest, or what did it do? Yeah. It looks like it's broken out now, which is good. That's fine.
Yeah. That's a fairly bullish thing. It's broken the downward trend. In other words.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you sort of zoom in a bit, you can see that it's a bit scrappy, but it did sort of break out, retest, and then go back up as well. So
yeah,
that is your classic sort of bullish breakout of a parallel channel, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I was
I like the hollow candles you got, by the way. They're
I don't know. I feel a bit daft when I'm talking about red candles on the video and I'm pointing to something that's clearly not red. So
well, it's in the red family of colours, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought I'll have the outline red, or kind of crimson if you like, and then
sure.
The middle can be purple, but a bit opaque, But anyway, because like you said, I don't like the big red candles. They're too harsh,
Oh yeah, they sort of feel like just stressed when I see them.
Yeah. So in that anyway, I'd sort of estimated where the CME would have to go to, and it kind of did it anyway. But also, what I was looking at yesterday was I think I was looking at like the 12-minute and stuff, and we had like kind of retracement levels down here and all that. But what I did say was I said that on the 3-hour time frame, with Quadzilla, right? Looking at the EMAs. So I did the video at about, I think it was about sometime in the afternoon, I think. We were starting to get this green shading here. Excuse me, I'm a bit burpy actually.
Lovely.
Starting to get this bit of green shading here between the 55 EMA and the 21 EMA, implying that they were probably going to cross over. And I said, if they do cross over, then it will be bullish, and then we don't have to worry about the stuff so much down here, because this is where the retracement levels were on the 12-minute and whatever I was looking at. So I was kind of expecting maybe it'll do that, but it didn't do that because
it's like scenario A or scenario B.
Yeah, but well, it was depending on the cross of these things, because you know, you've probably seen it by now that if they don't cross, and it's like, and it's not even worth thinking like, oh, it looks like they're definitely going to cross, so therefore I'll 100x long everything, you know, because sometimes if they don't cross, then the reaction the other way is quite violent, and it can, you know, if they get really, really close and then think, nah, and then they don't cross, it kind of like dumps like mad sometimes.
Yeah.
So do be aware of that. But anyway, they crossed bullish, and I've noticed now that on the 4 hour, it should have just, it did. So that candle closed at midday, so just at the start of the stream. So they've actually crossed bullish now on the 4 hour time frame.
Nice. Yeah.
So consequently, I'm long actually. I went 100x with all my accounts.
Yeah, all in.
No, I didn't actually. But no, actually, it's on the other computer. But it's 43% up.
Wow. Okay, get a screenshot. Yeah.
All right, I will. Hang on. I'll do it later. But
sure. Yeah. So that bearish retracement level there, can't quite see. Did that close? Did that finish on that, or has that gone into its step 3?
This one here.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Is it still drawing?
Oh, see, did it? That's a good point. What happened there?
Didn't it? Oh, I think okay.
Is that just not long enough?
Well, no. I think it got done. The wick went up and then down.
Then came down.
So it finished. It basically completed in one candle.
So why did it go on a bit longer than?
Oh, it does that. It just it's just kind of, so you can see it usually, and also just to emphasise that the level kind of carries on, so it draws a little bit to the right.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so that.
But it's worth keeping in mind that level is probably still going to be relevant. So it might well it could just plow on through it, but it might pause there. And also looking at that now, it's coming from an area of liquidity, that ranging just to the left of it.
Yeah.
So that's very much there's something's probably going to happen. Yeah. Oh, in fact, you can see on there as well in the VRVP that it's you're going to get a reaction when it hits that level, I think, of some sort. But hopefully it'll just hit it and then wobble a bit and then carry on up, up to that next area of liquidity above it.
Yeah, I'm just looking where I'm long from. I'm long from 88,558. 88. So about it wasn't brilliant. About here, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Should we do some proper TA actually, or
well, let's do some more TA.
some post jingle post jingle TA. Actually, talking of which, did you notice anything different about the intro? No,
I wasn't really focusing on it, to be honest, but I was juggling windows and things. But what was different?
I changed your. It says software reality on it. I changed that to Maftopia.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
and
I also noticed that one.
I also put what I think is going to be my new logo, and which is it's quite similar to the old one, but it's just
a bit sharper.
A bit sharper, and rather than having that random circuit board on it, it's got like a bit of a line chart there. It's not brilliant, but I tell you what is I was talking about that in a video a few weeks ago, and my mate Mr. Doughter, he's got that Manus AI thing, and he said, "Oh, I'll use that to make you a logo." And he sent me loads of like different logos and stuff, all with like SWC and all that sort of stuff in it. And I looked at it and I thought, "Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, I like that." And then the more I looked at it, I thought it just looks like someone's just make me a logo into an AI thing, and I think I'm seeing it now. I can't unsee AI now, which is really weird. So I actually
have you got the logo there? Do you want to bring it up?
No, what mine or his?
Yeah. Well, whatever the one that you're considering.
I was considering.
So your new logo, your proposed new logo, the contender, I guess. So that's one that you feel is not. It doesn't look like it's just plopped out of an AI machine.
No, it almost like it looks a bit crap, but I like it because like I've made it,
Yeah.
And even though I'm not a graphic designer, like it'll do, and all that. Anyway, but I'll go and find a new one. I'll actually put it on the stream actually, because I probably should do that anyway. Meanwhile, let's just do this first. See what I did there?
No. Oh, you should. Oh, yeah, you brought up my screen. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's really swish, because it's the sort of thing that. Oh, and the logo. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, that was the height of vanity. I was just looking at my own screen and going, "That's brilliant." So it's okay.
It's similar. But it's at least it's got a line chart on it, and then the one I'm going to use for the other channel, the SWC Trading, has got like a candlestick chart on it. So that'll do, and it's not AI slop,
Yeah, nice. Okay, and it's is it SVG, or at least you got a high res copy of it? Or
yeah, I've got a high res copy of it. Yeah, and so so then you can do stuff with it, and then also what colours it is. What colours it are? What colours it? What colours? the actual hex value for the colours and stuff like that, and then you can just expand and do other stuff with it. So that's better than what I had before, just because it's a bit scalability, if you like. I don't know. Anyway, don't like it.
Sorry, just checking it. I was just checking a message. Sorry, got a bit distracted, but all good.
Just reading the paper.
It's got to that stage where the live stream is phoning it in. Collect the money on the way out. So no, not at all. So crypto stuff. Should we have a look at this? Oh, actually, this is on the 1 minute, isn't it? I just realised. Should we? So you've talked about Bitcoin, obviously, and you mentioned about Pippin, because I think because Pippin comes up quite often in the Discord as just kind of a decent thing to trade, isn't it? Because it tends to be a bit on the volatile side, and quite often a bit on the sideways ranging side, but with quite a wide range. So, and it comes up, for me at least, on the great to trade with Quadzilla side of things as well, because they seem very well suited, and also particularly if I bring in Bollinger Bands. So this is from Teamwork, the user teamwork on the Discord, who often posts just kind of very high percentage gains into the sort of celebrate your trading wins channel, and he trades Pippin quite a lot, amongst other things, but I think it kind of got both of us onto Pippin just as a point of interest, really. So Pippin on the 1 minute, if we be scalping, which currently I'm not, but just say if I was. So what have we got here? Oh, actually, do I need to switch on? I think. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, they are switched on. I was just wondering why this wasn't drawing a range between there and there, but it's because it's already drawing a range with that one up there. That's an interesting thing. I wonder if. Okay, yeah, sorry. So I'm rambling. But as a precedence, yeah, okay, because and just think about the parallel channels that Quadzilla now automatically draws in for this sort of thing. So if you've got a bullish retracement level there and a bearish retracement level above it, it'll draw in a parallel channel, and they very often turn out to be extremely relevant. If there was like a contest between should it draw it up to this one or that one above it, and if they were both starting at the same time, then the closer one would win. It would get the precedence, so, or the priority rather. So if I draw in a parallel channel here, but however, because this other one was already drawing, so it doesn't add a new one for that existing retracement level. But if it had done this one, then it would be kind of up to there. And as you can see, that one would actually turn out to be pretty relevant as well, because as so often happens, just that the 50% line between the two levels, kind of the fair value line, I guess, it tends to be kind of like where the price is trying to get back to. It's like homeostasis type of thing. So we've got the sell pressure from above, we've got the buy pressure from below, and they're kind of pulling the price in either direction. And so obviously if it's a balanced market, then it's going to level out sort of like maybe like halfway between the two, and that's kind of what tends to happen. So a range often just comes up to that middle bit and bounces off and comes down, and quite often the other way around and up. So so you can see that's kind of happening there. It's about price has, so it kind of dropped below there into the cheap Pippins side of things, and in fact then just went on down, is already very much in a downtrend, as the EMAs are kind of indicated there. It's like down, and so that was that. I just wanted to mention that so these get drawn in quite a bit, but it's also worth keeping an eye on places where it potentially could draw them in, but just kind of hasn't. So what would you think, just as a feature thing, if the parallel channel defects from there, and it goes like, there's actually one here now that started drawing, so I'll stop that one and come down to it, just draw that one instead.
Yeah, I think that would be good, because I've seen a couple of instances of it where you end up looking at the middle channel, and you see like two of them together, and you think, oh, well, sorry, not the middle channel, the halfway point,
Yeah.
And if you see two of them together, and you're thinking, oh, well, which one belongs with which, and I mean, it's not massively confusing, but so what you're saying is that the bigger one would stop first, and then.
Yeah, exactly. So when it gets to this arrowhead, it would just kind of stop there. it would end, and this one would start drawing instead.
I think that would make more sense.
Yeah, I'll make that change. Hopefully in time for the upcoming release, but we'll see.
Which is not today, by the way.
No, but we're talking about it. Do you want to announce that later, or just?
We'll tell them tomorrow.
Okay, so the announcement for the announcement is that we'll be announcing the release date of Quadzilla 1.7 tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah.
Just to keep the tension high, you know.
Yeah, it's not a delay tactic. Yes, it is, but it's not. It's basically, you know, for those of you who have kids, you know, they must be wanting to know what they're going to get for Christmas, and you know,
it's like an advent calendar sort of thing, isn't it? So today we're announcing that tomorrow. So let's open the Quadzilla advent calendar for today. We need a little animation.
Oh, we should have done that.
Yeah. And today's thing from the advent calendar, today's epithet from the advent calendar is that we're going to announce the release date of Quadzilla 1.7 in tomorrow's advent calendar.
Yeah, we've got a reason for them to come back, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be. You know, we've got to think there's going to be at least one reason. Because there's nothing else. Is it?
Well, you know, people lose interest this time of year, don't they? You know,
there is that. Yeah, everybody's just drunk on mirth, Christmas mirth. What the hell am I talking about? Oh yeah, so sorry, there was that. So that's that. So we're still on the pip in 1 minute chart. We haven't really got very far, have we? If we look at this, then
that logo mine's too big, isn't it?
It's very it's darker than the other one. I think that's one thing.
So it's looking a bit overpowering on the stream. I noticed. Yeah, I might have to look at that again.
It's a victim of its own success, because if you want to one that that is better to be honest. I mean, in the sense that it blends in better. So you kind of want a logo that isn't really noticeable. It doesn't grab the attention.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what makes a good logo. I'm sure.
It's better than the StreamYard one.
Oh, that's horrible. That's just ridiculous. So there's no central, there's no focal point. It's just awful.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't have the powered by StreamYard and all those bits, it's a bad logo anyway, I think.
Yeah. I'll play with it.
Where's my logo? We should plaster the screen with logos. I think. Yeah.
I don't know if I've got one handy for you. So we should, but yeah, should we talk about the chart, shouldn't we?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I'll try.
Yeah, I've got beyond that. I've got nothing to say about this. Except so this touched the bottom of the Bollinger Band there, the lower band, and kind of now is working its way back up. And I'm just going to switch off the EMAs just for a second. So the central bit, the which is the moving average of the Bollinger Bands. So it's, you notice with this bit, with this candle, it wicked well above. It wicked well above and came back down. And so one attempt, now it's got above it. It's really interesting how that's now virtually just touching the that moving average again. So it's a bit like with these wherever they went. I didn't switch them off, did I? The parallel channels that the price likes to just get back to that central point. So it wicked down, touched it, and kind of wonder if it's going to hit there. So it might well touch this the upper band and break back down. If it doesn't, it's looking like it probably will. because just like we're also seeing this general kind of bullish upward momentum on the convergence band. Excuse me. Although it is struggling, that said, it looks like it's running out of steam, and that's gonna. Ooh, is it gonna go? Is it gonna go? This is the sort of thing where if we really wanted to know, we'd now go and look on a slightly higher time frame and just get it. But should we do that? Just see where's that?
Yeah, because I completely failed to catch the bottom of this morning.
Okay.
I was looking at the 12-minute. I think it was 12-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
What sort of time?
I don't know. Well, yeah. I think what's that one there? What are you on there? 12. Yeah.
Yeah. This one. Yeah.
So basically, what had happened there is it had come down to the bullish retracement, right? And then you got a super up on the 12-minute. Now I was thinking, oh, that's the bottom then. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
So probably
interesting. Yeah. So say if just on the 1 minute, if we'd been looking at scalping this and the price could sort of come down to that lower, the lower line and just kind of touched it and weights back up again, we might be looking at a potential kind of scalp long just there, which would have gained a kind of respectable like 1.3% if it came up and touched the top line. So, it's sort of some recklessly high leverage, then that would have kind of produced a nice little quick win. So for scalping, sure, but on the 12-minute, that would suggest otherwise at the moment, because there's such an obvious, just massive downward trend there, and price came down just kind of perfectly wicks down to that retracement level, and that one there. They both had the moment, really, and yeah. So this might be on the turn here, but so far it hasn't. It's still kind of like working its way down. That's kind of double bottomed. That could be it. Yeah, it could be. That could be the reversal, but it's got a lot to prove yet, hasn't it? Before we can really call that a definite reversal. Because it would be quite nice if kind of caught that and just kind of headed back up to this sort of level. That'd be nice. That'd be a tasty long to get that. What I quite like though about trading something like Pippin or just other kind of weird alts, I suppose, is it? I mean, this one in particular, it doesn't seem to be too affected by the Bitcoin price. Certainly not at these lower levels. So you can get some kind of just low time frame sort of day trades or scalps in, and not worry too much about just what Bitcoin as the sort of gorilla in the room is doing at the time, in terms of just like whatever TA you put in here, it all gets blattered out of the way because Bitcoin went and did something. So you know what I mean. So it's fairly sort of independent of that. Anyway, yeah. So that's Pippin. What else should we look at?
Do you want to have a quick look at Bitcoin anyway?
Can.
Just because
sure.
I think it's, I don't know. I think you might have been right about that rejection off that level I was looking at. Just try to remember.
Is that back on Pippin?
That was on Bitcoin. So that was Bitcoin on the 4 hour that I was looking at.
Okay. Scotty was just saying I did the same thing. SWC on Pippin. So I thought I caught the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right, let's have a look. What did I say? Sorry.
Well, what you said was so you had that the bearish retracement from last weekend. So which it's come up to again, hasn't it?
Yeah. So this one basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just come up. That's interesting. Did that just happen kind of live?
Pretty much, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened at about 12:30. Yeah.
Sure.
So like 10 minutes ago, when we were talking about something else, probably.
Probably, yeah. Something very, very important. I'll have
Yeah.
you know.
Meanwhile, Bitcoin's going parabolic.
Yeah, nothing to see here. So, okay, yeah, that's kind of nice. I mean, so it's touched that, coming back down. Fingers crossed that it just gets another run up. So I mean, it's interesting there. It actually touched that just within $1 probably. Virtually kind of touched that level, but that wasn't quite it. And it's obviously just carried on. So in terms of the thing, it's obviously just done the down, up. So you'd still expect kind of a down. If that had been just another $1 or so up, then that might have counted. So let's just draw. Where am I drawing? Yeah, that one. So in other words, it would have been the sort of the down, then the up. It's not drawn very accurately, and then that down. So, but then so this would have been actually that would have stopped. So, but it's one of those things where that same level would still carry on just being highly relevant. So, but as it is, instead, it's obviously done that. Down, up. We might expect that if it comes to it, but hopefully not. Hopefully it'll do. Maybe it's what it's done. So that was that, and then that. Because what level of are we kind of? Let's just get rid of the voluntary beans. Let's do this. Just think about what next level are we kind of talking about for this. So this, I mean, that's 100. Yeah. So maybe one day 113. 93. Yeah. So this definite sort of area there, isn't there? I'll see if this works. Just kind of drawing. Oh, actually, first I'll just get rid of these. That one. So thinking that. So there's a potential sort of just kind of zone there, isn't there? Because that one actually carries all the way from there. So that was kind of at 93.2 up to 93.9, so virtually 94. So we could basically say between 93 and 94, there's going to be a reaction there, isn't it? It's going to be kind of a test of that area, an area of resistance for it to really kind of try and break through. It's going to need to really just gather up some steam, and it's questionable, isn't it? Is it going to have that going for it? This festive Christmas week, for it to get up there, and or more to the point, for it to push through there, really, or is it just going to range unconvincingly for this week and whatever? Wasn't there something happening? I seem to remember that either 26th or the 20th. Yeah, maybe the 26th. I'm sure there's something potentially big meant to be happening then.
You've got, I mean, tomorrow there's just durable goods orders and GDP growth rate announcements at 1:30.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw a tweet about it, and it's just kind of bookmark this tweet, because the 26th of December is going to be massive for Bitcoin. The price is going to ascend, but I didn't bookmark it. I should follow the instructions of every single tweet that I come across, and just
Yeah,
do
I mean,
exactly what they all say.
yeah. Are those? I mean, people talk about Santa rallies and stuff like that. I mean, has that
Yeah.
ever has that ever happened apart from 2021?
Um. Well, it's all relative, isn't it? So it would be nice. I mean, it would be kind of. I mean, so possibly because obviously the thing with the I guess the title of the live stream and so on is the low liquidity season. So it would probably take relatively little, probably more than I've got in my bank account, but relatively little to actually move the market at the moment, because the order book's just going to be pretty thin generally. So maybe, and especially if there is some kind of big momentous thing that just pushes the price hopefully in the right direction. So it could happen.
Cool. So yeah, Arkansas is the US. Oh, okay. I never quite understood that place. How come Kansas is Kansas, but Arkansas is Arkansas? Anyway,
It's a really good point. Yeah, I think we need to discuss that at length.
but I suppose there are we can't talk. England's got the weirdest place names in the world, I think.
I always thought Arkansas was more of a place for sentimental. It's like the sentimental Kansas, because it's like, oh, Kansas.
Oh dear.
Gold broke all-time high. GGP.
Yeah, GGP was one Scotty was talking about on Friday. Actually, I had a quick look at it.
Okay.
Actually, it's
Just bring it up.
Yeah. It's a
GGP.
it's a traditional stock, so you need to go on all.
Oh, okay, sure. An actual store.
It's called like what's it called? Great. I can't read it.
Oh, it's on the London Stock Exchange.
Yeah, that one.
Greatland Resources.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
But you told me too late, Scotty. Actually, no, you didn't actually, because if I'd have bought some on Friday, it'd have gone up. So
it's basically, I've got some investment advice for you. You should have bought that.
yeah, what you should have done.
Thanks for the advice.
Look at this; it's already done.
It sounds like that was a shout. That was a good shout from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked over you. I just realised.
No, it's all right. Yeah. Anyway, I had a quick look, and I just thought that's gone up loads. I don't know. I keep thinking I should just sort of long gold, and just forget about it. And but I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems better than crypto at the moment.
Sure. Ooh, wow. I bought in. Talking of, I bought into gold mining stocks, gold and silver back in 2015. Ka-ching.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, hell yeah. I wish I had.
I didn't know what I was doing in 2013. I was
trying to think back. Yeah, don't know. Can't remember that far back. So, what was that? Split. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Just earnings and revenues. So that's coming up in 10th of March for this period ending. So that yeah, okay. So bookmark or put 10th of March in your calendar, I guess, for Greatland Resources. So cause if they're generally looking pretty good, then maybe they'll super send in March in that case.
I suppose something like that, you could you just want to look for a little bit of a retrace really, and then get in there, don't you? I always think that with things like that, where you think, oh, it's a good company, it's probably just going to do really well over time, but then you never want to buy it when it's like got a big green candle, do you? Because
no,
you kind of feel stupid doing that. But so you want to buy it when it's had a bit of a dump, and then. But there again, you like waiting for that moment. You know, when's that going to come? Is that going to come like when it's done another 10%? So
it's a thing. It's like with silver pumping at the moment. Obviously, at the moment, just continually pumping. Just so I mean, a friend actually invested a bunch more money into silver just today. Like, you know, quite a significant amount. And I'm tempted to, but at the same time, isn't this just exactly what we so often see? Like, people just kind of like flocking to whatever asset is currently pumping, that just FOMOing essentially. So
well,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I was watching. You know. Alessio Rastani. Did you know him?
you keep coming up with these names. It's like,
no. He's a trader bloke on YouTube, but
okay.
He's more traditional markets and stuff, you know. And he was commenting on a clip of the Martin Lewis crypto saving. Well, not what's it called?
the original one. Yeah.
Money saving expert thing off the UK TV. Where he was showing, you know, how your money would have gone up if you'd have like done his best sort of high interest savings account thing, which actually was pretty much in line with inflation, really. So he didn't really gain very much at all. He just kind of kept up. And then he had the FTSE 100, which was better than inflation. That was quite good. And then he had the S&P 500, which is like obviously amazing, you know. And so he's saying, well, really, you know, S&P 500, like everything's doing really well in there. Sort of like, so if you're going to invest somewhere, you know, choose an index fund that, you know, has companies from the S&P 500 in. And so like, oh, there you go. That's the obvious way. Then that's what you do. That's how you invest money. You just basically buy the S&P 500, and that's it.
And then sit back and wait.
Yeah. It's not like that though, is it? Or is it?
It sounds. I mean, yeah. Find a company that's doing well and its stock price is up, and then buy. It just sounds very counter to
it does.
Everything we learned in, you know, from trading primary school through to
yeah.
You know,
I tell you, on the strength of that, one thing I did think, you know, is I think what we should do, if you're into it, is with that idea of the SWC trading channel, right? Because I've deliberately kept the word crypto out of that, because I was thinking what might be good with that is because in the UK they're changing the amount you can have in a tax-free ISA. They're lowering that from £20,000 to £50 or something. You know, but they aren't changing it for the stocks ISA. So I think there's going to be a lot more people in the UK thinking, all right, I've got a big pile of cash. Maybe I should have some stocks and shares in my ISA rather than, you know, whatever I've got in my cash ISA. And so I actually wonder if it might be quite a good thing. What we could do is do stuff about literally just, you know, looking at companies and thinking like, okay, S&P 500 is probably a very good thing to do over time, but let's buy it at the right time. Let's sell it at the right time, and make more money than you would just by buying it and sitting on your ass, you know.
So this would be.
It'd be more like traditional finance stuff, but you know, more aimed at normal people, you know, sort of
everyday Joes and
not mad crypto leverage, not mad crypto
Josephine's
leverage traders, just people who just want their money to grow, and you know, not buying weird stocks, you know, like I do, but you know, buying stuff that's good, but you know, basically just buying on red days and yeah, buying on red days and selling on green days, really, and trying
Yeah.
to make more money than what you do just by sitting on it, watching it go up and down. You know,
So
I think
so on trading 2 and 2, I guess the trading fees on there are not too bad for the sounds of
it
it.
doesn't appear to be. I mean, I've done it with quite a few big stocks and stuff. I've been sort of
Yeah.
buying and selling like I don't know, like 10,000-20,000 pounds worth of like Tesla shares or I did quite a bit with that recursive pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
And generally you do a trade and it costs you about 10 quid in fees, for trading a few thousand. So
Yeah.
that seems to be what it costs. But it's quite easy though with stuff like that. Is to make like like 5% in a week or something. And
Yeah.
as they're only really talking about making 10% a year to kind of keep up with inflation, I think we can do a lot better than that. By using Quadzilla,
Yeah.
and just getting people to come along to the stream, and just I don't want to. We've got to avoid the financial advice thing, obviously, because none of this is
Oh
financial
yeah.
advice.
Yeah. Well, it's all like here are some trading ideas.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
it'd be like today this is down, this is up. I might rebalance my portfolio by doing this. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much the emphasis, isn't it? This is what we're doing. We're not saying you should do this.
Yeah,
So yeah, that'd be kind of interesting.
yeah.
So
But with the idea of getting those people in the UK who are looking for things like how do I invest in stocks and shares in an ISA? That
yeah.
kind of, that's the kind of query I'm looking for. Like thinking like, because I'm sure there's a lot more of those people.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a lot more of those people come April when the rules start to change. I don't think they are just changing quite yet, are they? Are they changing this year or next year rather? But
don't know. I mean, I
what-
guess
what
they
I th-
announce these
I
probably
think
the next financial year, if anything. I guess.
I think something changes in April. But I don't know. Just that's the idea. I'm just trying to think of like, because obviously the best video is like one that's answering someone's question that no one else has answered. So I know there's going to be a lot of videos out there about investing and stuff, but like if we can have one like this is how you can do better than just buying an S&P 500 index fund, but yeah, don't know, something I thought of, maybe we could do that.
It'd definitely be nice to expand the reach of Quadzilla as well.
Yeah.
So if I did totally unrelated to that, but I just suddenly realised that because I was talking about everyday Joes, and I realised that Joe is actually inclusive, isn't it? Because Josephine would also be Joe. So
Joanne.
Joanne, yeah, Johan, good, yeah, another one. Any more? Actually, I can't think of any more. So yeah, what the hell was it? Yeah, so everyday Joes and Joes would kind of potentially trade on trading 212 on the stocks and shares ISA with Quadzilla. Or even just like if we simply have Quadzilla up on the chart in the live stream, that'd also be pretty good. So.
Oh, we didn't do Instagram today. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. I actually got banned from Instagram.
What have you been doing?
I changed my username and my avatar, and it let me do that, and then they sent me a message saying, "Oh, you just changed your username and your avatar, so you're banned."
What
It's
the
forever.
hell? What's that about?
I don't know. I just so why do they let me do it then?
I know.
It's really weird. I mean, to be honest, I didn't bother to try and appeal it or do anything about it because I'm not actually that great a fan of Instagram or Meta as a whole anyway.
So your life's not over because you lost your Insta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a bit liberating, really.
Yeah, my daughter got banned from Snapchat and
Good.
she was devastated actually.
So is this like, oh, all those photos I posted that disappeared 10 seconds later anyway? I don't really get instant.
Well, it was kind of like, more the sort of friends that she had, but
yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
Okay.
there was quite a few toxic ones in there, and I think that was conversation with those was what got her banned, and
Okay. Yeah.
so I kind of said, well, probably better to have a fresh start, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they
hearty lesson learned, I'd say.
Yeah, but they kind of tie it to the device though, because you couldn't actually get it even with like a new email address, and they seemed just didn't seem to work with that device. So I don't know if it's because of your that was an iPhone, so I don't know if it's because of the Apple account or something.
Oh, I was going to say, was that so? Her explanation of what happened there ended with, and so you see, I have to have a new iPhone for Christmas.
No, it was more like, oh, hang on, I've still got your old Android phone. So,
okay.
So she's carrying around two phones now. She's got like an old Xiaomi, Redmi, something,
Yeah. Should probably hold both of them, use them like castanets.
Yeah. And, but I don't know. Things might change with Santa Claus. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh,
it depends if you get as this trade works. I got banned from the library today. Boom, boom. Yeah.
Dear. I quite like that. Good.
Yeah. What else we do? We haven't really talked much about trading, to be honest with you, today.
No, not really. Actually, my pipping trade is looking a little bit better now.
Okay. Should I bring?
No, we've talked about
bring
it.
back Pippin. Yeah.
I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. It's a tiny trade. It's only like $22 of margin. it was just, I was hoping I could make a video out of it, and be like, oh, here you go, here's a green 12-minute super up, let's go long. And it's like, oh, that didn't work.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of it is also the principle of it, isn't it? You just, even a small trade, you don't want to lose.
I know it's weird, isn't it? Because you can actually get quite emotional about a sort of like a 10 quid trade. When when sometimes you think, oh, that's down a couple of grand. That's a bit painful,
Yeah.
It's almost the same emotion.
It's a trading psychology thing, isn't it? I guess just the sort of very much just like the sort of not wanting to set stop losses, that sort of thing, because gone into a trade and to get very, very kind of emotionally invested in that, and so end up just kind of in a horrendous loss, and think, okay, so it's the it's probably the trader's fallacy, to be honest, but the thing where like you keep putting money into it, sunk cost fallacy, isn't it? I think where you think, well, I've already put all this money into it, so I can't take a loss now. I'm going to have to put even more money into it to, in others, throwing good money after bad, versus just having like a trading plan where you're saying, okay, I'm plotting out the next 10 trades, and overall I want to have this amount of profit, against this amount of loss. So what's my risk level, and so on. And it massively takes the stress out of it, the sting out of it, makes you more prepared to close a trade in a loss and have stop losses and so on. Just from, okay, so trade number 1 went wrong, that's okay, 9 to go. Trade number 2 went wrong, that's okay, 8 to go. Hopefully some of them go into profit. And just do it that way, then it's percentages rather than I've lost money.
I think the thing that I don't think people emphasize enough is the fact that if you've got a losing trade, and if say like you're on fairly low leverage, and you are going to just bang more money into it, eventually you'll probably get back to where you were, and you won't lose any money. If everything goes to plan, and so your terrible decision was terrible, but because you hadn't gone too crazy, you managed to get out of it okay. But if you'd have decided earlier on that that was a terrible trade, I'm going to take a loss, you would have had all the opportunities on the way back up to make loads of money. So it's more to do with like you've missed out on that time because you've got your capital tied up in a losing trade, and you're missing out on the time. You're missing out on the opportunities when you're going back up or whatever.
Yeah, hugely. Yeah, and just having it's a thing. I mean, it does come back to then, like so where to play the stop loss, because there's all sorts of market movers games that they do, isn't it? About so they always kind of wick down to the point where everyone's got their stop losses and things. So placing it well is obviously the thing, and totally like that. Therefore, getting a good entry, like probably the place where you would have put your stop loss is the place to have the entry, and all that stuff, and just makes for a healthier, happier trader, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we got some chat. Should we get through the through the chat? Where we go?
I did quite happily go to sleep last night with the trade open, which I've been trying not to do, but I was in profit and I had my stop loss at break even, so I thought if it goes down now, I'll just wake up and I won't be any better off. But as it happened, I woke up and I was a bit better off, so that was good.
Yeah. Nice. So once I found out about fractional reserve banking lending, I thought it's time to debank and diversify. Definitely, fractional reserve banking is such a utter scam. It's horrendous, and it's been institutionalized. Anyway, that's a whole other rabbit hole to dive into and get the channel banned and so on. Quadzilla Rekt background fit the pullback well, in my opinion. That was on GGP. Which we got here. So say I guess that there is that red background.
So what is that? So you
on GGP red background. So I'm assuming you mean on the daily, Scotty. So it's funny thing with these just with stock markets where you get you obviously get all the sort of out of hours gaps and things. So it's very disconcerting almost. You sort of see like a series of bearish candles kind of working their way up. That's the thing. But that very much suggests that whatever that was doing, it's kind of running out of steam, I'd say, and ready to come back down. It's pumped, now it's going to dump. So, and all of that, the convergence band is obviously well narrowed down and very much starting to curve round. So that does seem like it's primed for a little return down to ground level, maybe. But probably before it pumps again, I would imagine. But yeah, so I've got banned from the library. Peter Gay, can you recommend any cold wallets? I think Scotty actually answered that one. Engrave is one of the most secure but pricey. Wasn't there one recently that was just released that is meant to be sort of somehow already quantum resistant, or at least set so that they can upgrade the firmware on it in a big hurry once they figure out what quantum resistant even means.
I don't know. I use a ledger because I've always had one.
Yeah, same to us. Among other things, but yeah.
But like I've always said, though, the wallets. I think the wallets are relevant. It's where you keep the seed phrase.
It's true.
It's the important bit, you know.
The seed phrase is the wallet when it comes down to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
keep it in your wallet, you know.
yeah. That's you know, that's the most important bit, you know. And it only came to mind when a friend of mine he installed X portal, the you know, the multiverse X thing on his phone.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do I have to make a new wallet, or can I use an existing one?" And I said, "Well, I didn't really know what he meant by that. I thought, well, you know, maybe he's got some sort of like you know, old Elrond wallet or something, you know." So I said, "Well, if you've got an existing one, you can do that, you know." So next thing he said to me was like, "Oh, hang on, I've found my seed phrase, right?" And I was like, "Okay." So he'd found a seed phrase written on a bit of paper in his biscuit tin,
Yeah.
and imported that into.
I keep mine in the toaster. Yeah.
So he imported that into Exportal, and then the next thing he did was he sort of sent me a screenshot saying I haven't made a deposit. Why have I got so much money in there? You know,
Yeah.
and I tell it, and it said like total assets like $8,000. You know, and I was saying, "So what wallet did you import?" He said, "I don't know." and what he'd done, he'd imported his seed phrase from his Trezor, where he keeps his Bitcoin. And I said, "Well, that's your Bitcoin that's in your Trezor wallet." And he said, "Well, how does it know about that?" I said, "You just told it what the seed phrase is, you know." And that's a bit sneaky. So no, it's not. You've actually just given him the keys to your house, you know, sort of like.
Yeah.
And that's why they know. And then I had to explain that the money actually isn't inside the wallet, you know.
Yeah.
The money is on the blockchain, and the wallet is your way of accessing it, you know. So I said, really,
that is the thing. It's just it's sort of struck me before that wallet is just such a utterly misleading metaphor to use for wallets.
It's more of a key, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is really a key.
So at some point, someone must have sort of said, like, well, okay, how do we kind of convey what this is to the people, the masses or whatever? You know, well, we could call it a wallet. People understand wallets, and so now everyone sees it as a wallet, and it's not.
Yeah,
it just isn't.
It doesn't mean that your Bitcoin is safely stored away in your home safe or whatever, or buried in the garden. It actually means your Bitcoin, the keys to get your Bitcoin is in the biscuit tin.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Just so kind of like the US kind of Bitcoin reserve and all that stuff, or crypto reserve, so that I'm sure that their wallet is kept securely in a
biscuit tin.
Well, the hardware wallet is probably kept securely in two pieces or whatever. They snapped their ledger in half for security and keep them in separate bank vaults or something. And yeah, exactly. The seed phrase is was probably jotted down on the blotter pad on the president's desk or whatever.
Yeah.
With the imprints underneath on the blotter, left there.
Yeah, so, with the CCTV sort of having recorded it as well. And,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, and drones flying outside with cameras. So,
yeah, there you go. That's how you get into Fort Knox, you know. That said, I think the Engrave wallets, I'm not sure how they work, but I think with those things, I don't really know how they work, but I know if you lose them, I think there's like 3 cards or something, but like if you lost them all, you basically lose your Bitcoin. So I think you have to really look after those. So you probably, I think so anyway, I'm not sure. I mean, with something like a ledger, the most important thing is your seed phrase. Doesn't actually matter about the device. I think with the engraved wallets, I think the actual cards themselves are actually somehow the seed phrase is in there or something. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure, not 100% sure about that. So you do have to make sure that if your house burns down, you can somehow retrieve those things, i.e. they went in the house or something.
Yeah. Sure. So we've got Nick K. Stop loss is a price magnet. Yeah, absolutely. And it's as if they somehow know where you've placed your stop loss. And the answer is they kind of do. They know exactly where everyone's going to place their stop loss. And so that happens. Yeah, Dalient for it. Yeah. For the, I think that's for the GGP red. Oh, it's on the 4 hour as well. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Very much. And a super down on there as well.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting. So that is quite downy. That one works well-ish. There you go. Looks a bit more impressive now. Yeah, that one works really well. So
what I might do this afternoon, if we get a pump on Tesla,
yeah,
I was thinking of selling some Tesla and then maybe buying something else. I don't know. What do you think? What's your financial advice?
Yeah, exactly. What's your trading idea?
If you were me, I just think because Tesla's at pretty much all-time high, isn't it?
Yeah, looks it. I mean, just for that, that worked out very nicely. So it's very much that line, just kind of the center line, the fair value zone between the two retracement levels, just punches through the price, and the price always just comes back to that level. And you can kind of see it struggling and then just starting to lift off, and eventually above the runway and up into the sky. And whoosh for that retracement level eventually.
What's that? Is that the 4 hour?
Yes. Yeah.
Why does mine look different?
Oh, this is on the NASDAQ. I just picked the top one for stocks.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, it's different.
I don't know. Oh, I know. I don't know. Oh no, it isn't. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's because I've got the extended hours on.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. If I put that in regular hours, it looks the same.
Sure.
Okay, right. Panic over. That makes a hell of a difference, by the way.
Which do you recommend?
Probably that one, the regular ones.
Okay.
I think
sure.
It seems to work better with the retracements we get on Quadzilla. Definitely.
Sure.
I have no idea why.
Just makes more sense. It's a bit like memorizing a randomly placed chessboard. It's virtually impossible versus memorizing one that was played, according to the rules and things. It's a valid setup. So probably a similar thing, because extended hours to me makes no sense. It's just like, so what's the point of having hours, trading hours in that case?
Well, it's going to happen, isn't it? Isn't everything going to go 24/7? Or
I think when it happens, then it'll all start to make sense again. In that, if you know what I mean, because it'll be standard trading versus just like time when it's sort of trading but not really. It's just like, so, yeah.
Just looking at the last peak of Tesla was December last year.
Okay.
And it was that was the previous all-time high, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did March, was that ever covered in a video? Because that's mad.
I can't remember actually. I think there was something Tesla you mentioned, wasn't there? That was like,
as in like
outrage-
just drop down, perfectly touch that line and then up again. Came back down to it. It's like bounced off it.
I'm looking at the StreamYard one here. What's the date of that?
This is on the 2-day of Tesla,
What-
and
what-
it
what-
began began 31st of October 24, touched down on 10th of March 25.
I'm just trying to think what happened.
Yeah, I agree on that, Scotty. By the way, I think that is spooky. Also, spooky particles. Hey, as it's quantum. So, Skynet, indeedy. We're all doomed. In other words, walking streets. Yeah.
What's this one from Kaz?
This one.
Yeah.
I think talk about wallets, isn't it?
Like a guy on YouTube.
Lost all his life savings as the version on his PC was hot, but the version on his phone. He thought. I think the version on his PC was hot, but the version on his phone was the hot version. They got into his phone via a scam and drained it. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, and of course, my mate with the biscuit tin.
Yeah.
I was saying to him, I said, look, well, now, I mean, depends how you feel about it, but the fact that you've used Xportal, and you put in the seed phrase from your Trezor, that effectively means that wallet has now been a hot wallet, has been a hot wallet as well as a cold one.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that you just redo your Trezor thing over and over again. And
just move the Bitcoin immediately.
Yeah, I don't think he did that, to be honest. But I think he thought it was too much faff. But
did he send you the seed phrase at any point? Well, this is what I got.
He just showed me the bit of paper on a live stream. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but oh God, I've heard horrible stories about this. There was in some some YouTubers trading group. There's like a Discord there, and then within the Discord there was someone who was helping someone set up MetaMask, and I don't know how they were doing it. I think they were just doing it by like a video chat or something. And then at one point, this guy he'd been hanging around in the Discord, just like, one of our guys, just being helpful and all that sort of thing. And then he sort of said to her, okay, just let me have a look at the screen to check you've done it okay. And of course, at that point, it had the seed phrase, And he, what did he take? I think it was like 600 grand,
Yeah.
And, it was a life savings, but it was also the fact that she'd actually been trading like really, really well for about 5 years, and she built up from like 20 grand to like 600, and all that gone. That would just be I don't know what.
Well, it's just how do you kind of recover from something like that?
I must admit, I ever since I learned about that story, I don't use MetaMask for anything bigger than about $50, because
no, I mean same here, like with that, and to be honest with Phantom as well. Any of those kind of web wallets and things, just.
Well, I'm getting a bit worried about my Phantom wallet now, because it has got a little bit more than I'm comfortable with in there, and I mean I kind of only use it for the Chippy Friday thing, and I don't really want to move it because I don't want that address to change, and then I don't know really. Anyway, I might have to get out of that at some point, and that'll be the end of that. Anyway, that's another story. But there you go.
Scotty's saying at latest robotics convention in China, robots doing kung fu, fluid movements, mind blowing. Yeah, it's mad. I'm going to be talking about a lot of that sort of thing on my new YouTube channel. Maftopia, which I'm planning to put the first video of it onto YouTube and X probably tomorrow. I think I'm going to kind of just try and wrap up, because I got all these different like news segments about things like that, the robotics thing, and I think I've probably got enough there, and hopefully got the presentation about right, to just kind of just bloody go live with the thing. I think just
Yeah.
so hopefully tomorrow just start doing those fairly regularly. Can watch robot wrestling / boxing, which is bizarre. Yeah, they're remote controlled by a human. It's not sure it's the same thing. Just a 3D video. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, IRL robot boxing. quite fun. It'd be good if, rather than a controller, there's a person. They've got like the sort of body movement sensors on their wrists and ankles and knees and things. So they have to actually do the wrestling. So you just see the two opponents, they'd be up on a podium each and just doing these contortions and things while the two robots are wrestling in the middle. That's what they should do. Sorry, yeah, PC version was called the phone. Yeah, hot. Yeah, that's pretty awful. So, you mentioned about Chippy.
Yeah.
Should we do a quick? I mean, I'm gonna have to finish pretty much now, but should we do a very quick Chippy watch?
You got time for the tune?
Yeah, why not?
On Free Chippy Friday, we gather and munch. Golden fish and chips, the perfect lunch. By the seaside with girls in a flock. We savor the moment on Chippy Watch. Chippy Watch.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's like a blast from the past, that one. So, blimey, this now. So this is Chippy on the daily. Looking at it again with the parallel channel switched on, gives it a bit of a different perspective, in a way. So that there's very much this. Well, there's that line, and there's that line, and it feels like the price has kind of wanted to range between there. But it's interesting how it just kind of hit that. Again, the fair value line between the two, and kind of tried to stay there for a bit, but then like blip, no, down, and you can kind of see that just in the fact that kind of downward trend was just is very much a sign of weakness at that point. I mean that was back in September, and thereabouts. But and obviously that level there, the I'm going to try and read that out, which kind of when the price is up here, and we were saying, oh yeah, it's drawn in that bullish retracement level down there, but it's never going to return to there, and then whoomp down to it. Eventually didn't quite touch it there, but eventually did there, and then I just drew an array from where it stops onwards, because as I was saying, that those same levels just carry on being relevant anyway, and you often see the price just come back to them and interact with them. So as it is now, it's kind of forming this range, isn't it? So probably from there. In fact, I could even draw that in as a parallel channel. Kind of from there. Won't gain much from that, just the fact that it's got that halfway level that it's been respecting. So if we're bullish on Chippy, I don't know. Have you heard anything about
apparently the version 2 is ready to go, but
Okay,
They've-
so it's
they've
been
been-
nearly ready for a year or more.
yeah.
Yeah. So ready to go means it might be another 6 months, you think?
I don't know, but now from what I can tell, they're saying, but the market isn't right for it now, because Solana's down. So,
And that'd be a good time.
hey,
Rather than just like release it and then everybody sells. You want to release it and everyone buys, surely.
I don't know. I know what I want to do. I've got quite a lot of it as well.
Yeah. So seems like, I mean, it's obviously an alt season hasn't happened, let alone a meme season. So, and there's still a chance, isn't there? I think that we could get a bit of a rollover into alts and then into memes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I honestly don't think it's all over. I think I think we'll see a peak in 2026 with
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I honestly do. But
Yeah,
that's only what I think.
there's a lot that still feels like it's just got to kind of kick in from different, favourable things happening that are brewing or whatever, and that's all yet to happen. So, and just the fact that Bitcoin has been so, it seems like, well, compared to gold, silver, stocks, blah blah blah, has been so, like, it seems like it's artificially being kept down. It's the old, like, keeping the beach ball submerged and between. So it could, just feel like, unless it's just an utter sort of damp squib of a bull market this time, which would, it just wouldn't make sense, even taking into account that the big players like to confound people. It still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think it could. I mean, so one possible scenario is it could end up just being sort of an incredibly short-lived crypto winter, short-lived bear market, bear cycle. So historically the bear market low would end up being kind of maybe October next year, if it plays out kind of exactly as previous cycles. But that's from an average. They never exactly hit that same kind of period of, it's like 12 to 18 months, I think, isn't it, after the high. So it could just be much shorter. So time for all these things to kick in, time for a bit of a bearish kind of blood in the streets sort of period, where everyone's despairing and looking at the gold and silver prices soaring, and platinum as well, and then just when everyone's given up hope, then boom, off it goes again in July, for example.
Yeah.
That might happen.
I think with this chippy though, it just, it needs to be more than just a meme. No, I think they need to get this product out. I think it's to do with staking, and there's something going to be to do with NFTs or something. I can't remember, but
yeah.
I mean,
not exactly all the rage at the moment. But,
yeah, well, it's something to do with if you haven't. I think you get a free NFT if you hold a certain amount of chippy or something like that, and then that allows you to get a better staking reward or something like that. So I think the model is going to be to encourage you to lock up, to get like a staking reward, something like that. I think. But
so it's all good things.
It's all good things, and they did have a problem, as far as I could tell, with this developer who, it was suspected that he was a bit of a crackhead, or he looked like one. But he's done and finished now or something. So I don't know. I don't actually like the idea of like hiring devs to do certain things, and because
As opposed to what?
as opposed to say like you, because you're like heavily involved in Quadzilla, where you use it, and
Yeah.
you got involved because you use it, and you've made it into something that's incredible now, and so, and I don't have to pay.
being invested in the thing.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay you either.
Yeah, there's that. So
No, because
it's a win-win. Oh, hang on.
yeah, you could have gone to work for somebody else. You could have been making Chippy version 3. Well,
if they hadn't banned me from their bloody Discord.
Yeah, did that one wrong. Anyway, but I don't know. Just you hire someone from like Budapest or somewhere to sort of, or the Ukraine to sort of be a coder, and I don't know. I just wouldn't. I've done very little coding in my life anyway. But what I really hate is looking at someone else's code and trying to work out what the hell they were doing. And it's almost like
hugely, yeah.
It's almost like it's better just to scrap it all and start again, And I think if you're just hiring a dev and then getting rid of them and then getting someone else involved, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the right way to go to me. I actually quite like the idea of being someone who's actually got an interest in the actual business itself.
Yeah, I mean, just so having that sort of inheriting code from a crackhead coder. It'd be just absolute bloody nightmare. Just, I mean, because you get like test-driven development. I mean, that would be kind of crack-driven development, I suppose. Wow, yeah, that wouldn't be good code. None of the variable names or function names would make any sense.
I just don't see how it can be. It's like
riddled with paranoia. I mean, paranoia in coding, it can be a good thing, you'd think, because you write it to be very, very secure. But the trouble is, you end up doing like defensive coding, which is bad, like double checking that every variable that you passed in somewhere is what it's supposed to be in this sort of thing. But you end up rewriting the same code multiple times all over the place, which also makes it just sometimes almost impossible to make a change to it. You've got to think about what you're breaking here and there, because so it's horrible. So yes, wow, okay. So some complex crypto system written by someone who's allegedly, I'm only hypothesizing here, I'm not saying the guy is, but by a
those weren't my words, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. I'm probably going to need to wrap up, but I just want to very quickly mention that. So anyone who's not subscribed to this, I would just absolutely love it if you don't mind. Just actually, let's just.
Well, it'd help if you had some content there.
Well, there is that, yeah. But that.
You're subscribing to a banner.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's got reflections and things.
Yeah, okay.
So that's going to change as of tomorrow. So I was thinking of doing like a premiere thing for the first video.
All right.
And I don't know if it would.
I'm going to have it launched at midday, are you?
Well, would that be weird so on this channel kind of live stream the premiere or release of that one? It wouldn't make sense, would it?
Percy piggyback.
Well, but the thing is, if everyone's watching this live stream, so kind of it's like a vicarious thing, isn't it? Watching through to the other one. Actually, then it means no one's watching that one.
I'll tell you what you can do. I'm not sure how you do it though, but I think there is a way how when one live stream ends, you can automatically redirect people to another live stream. but you'd have to be ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it could be done with a Premier. I don't know. Might be something worth looking into. But I know you can do that as a favour, like to somebody else with a live stream. So I've seen it do. I've seen like Jason Casper do that with he finishes a stream and then he'll just like it'll automatically forward to say like Crypto Life as live stream or something like that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So I think there's a way of doing that. But anyway, we can talk about it and
figure out a way. I suppose. Even if it's just like, okay, we're going to premiere this immediately after the live stream or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do that. Then we can drop a link in there. That's probably the easiest thing to do is get to here, drop a link in the live stream, and then you can go back to work.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, Kaz, can you cover VR stuff? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely going to be covering VR, and obviously AR, XR, blah blah blah, all those good things. I've got a Quest 2, I think, which I used for about a month, and now it's packed away in its box. I think I've actually got one of the original, the Oculus dev kit, the 1 and 2, which I guess were groundbreaking, but were also just pretty awful. But I've still got them because why not? But yeah, so. But also because I don't like Meta, is part of the reason why I haven't just used the Quest 2 very much. One of the first things I did was just go into it and kill all its like internet access and so on. Just hacked it a bit because I just didn't want it to be just it's just sending it like everything I'm doing, because it just felt spied on, So it's that. So I think when something that isn't Meta and probably isn't Chinese, maybe, comes out that's just as good and doesn't cost £2,000 or whatever, then I'll be very much back into it. Possibly the new Valve thing. Is it the Frame? I think that's a possibility.
I don't know what you're on about, to be honest.
just talking gobbledygook now, I think. But yeah, so the Valve obviously did like Half-Life and so on, things like that. They released a very kind of just all bells and whistles kind of VR headset years ago, which all of the the real kind of the ones who were like heavily into it, they all kind of bought that rather than the Oculus or Meta ones. Valve's new headset is released. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Or going to. I don't know if they actually released a price for it. So I know that there are estimates of what it might end up being. But if I think if it's over 1,000, then I'm out, because just like get a sense of perspective on these things. Yeah. So to answer that, yeah, we'll cover VR, and all sorts of cool things as well. Also like science news, tech news, crypto stuff, etc.
Cool.
Yeah. Should we stop before I just?
Good stop. Actually, what I might do very, very, very briefly, if it's all right with you, is just is remove that and I don't know. This the channel I'm quite into, actually. This is this guy Sam Williams, who
okay.
I mean, is there something about you London people that you like lowercase words? I don't know.
Swilliamism.
Swilliamism, yeah. But you like Mafftopia and lowercase,
or lowercase, yeah.
Well, it might be quite good. I was thinking with him, he's got this like intro video here, which is just like a little video, just about the channel. I haven't even got one of these on Saber Crypto, which I need to do as well. But I think these are quite good if you've got no content, sort of like have like a little intro. So basically, what you've just said, just do a little video like that sort of thing. But anyway, if you do watch this guy, watch this one about the London Christmas tree arms race. It's really good. It's I don't know. It's just
because if it's about just because like the one that goes into, is it Trafalgar Square where they put the Christmas tree?
Yeah,
wasn't it just meant to be absolutely dreadful this year?
Yeah, he does that one as well. In fact, I think that was one of his better ones actually. But it's amazing. They've got these like really like heavy looking security guards like guarding the tree, and
There's something very wrong about that.
Yeah, and it's it's like he's saying to these guys like you're ruining Christmas, and said like, oh, I don't know, and then everyone's got completely the wrong information about GDP and surveillance cameras, all that kind of stuff, but this guy's really good because he knows all that, he knows it all correctly. So people say you can't do that. He said, no, I actually can, because I have permission from the data controller, blah blah blah, and I don't know. I really like his channel though. It's quite dark, and it's very like stuff to do with like occult and stuff like that, and Freemasons and stuff, and weird stuff that goes on in London and places. But Anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway,
Scotty just saying, hey guys, have you heard about this great new indicator called Quadzilla?
That'd be great on your intro video, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean there'll definitely be a news item about that.
Okay,
just premium indicator Quadzilla has a new version, blah blah blah.
Well, sort of. Yeah, it's something where you've got support from real humans. That's a big thing for me at the moment. Where you're not fighting with an AI bot.
No, true. Just to try and find a way through to the call center. Then the problems really start. And so
I actually get. I'm not a very stressful person, but that kind of like, I don't know what's the word for it, like chat bot sort of anger sort of thing that I get. It's like, it's like, oh, I see you're having a problem with this. Send us a screenshot of the error. It's not an error. It's just you're not understanding.
It's just
the
that
question.
You suck.
Well, basically, yeah. And then you think maybe if I swear at it a bit, it'll
just
help.
Screenshot that, mofo.
It doesn't help. Right, I better let you get back to work. Really, right? We've completely forgotten to shill Quadzilla, so we'll expect double Quadzilla shilling tomorrow.
Oh yes, so you've got that to look forward to.
But tomorrow,
tune in for some double shilling.
But tomorrow is the announcement of when the announcement's going to be. All right, so come along. Yeah. All right, take care, everyone. Right, it's bye from me.
Cheers.
Good night. See you. Bye.
Bye.